Okay, today is Monday, the 15th of July, back to 850 Bryant to naturally follow up, like I said on the article earlier today, the hype behind the police commissioner and the commission, never being able to meet with them, the failure of Kelly Kruger, and to get stuff, continually point out to you guys how it's rigged to fail. Okay, here we are. Mr. Monroe, please. Mr. Monroe, can you come out to the public area so that I can videotape this?
Well, we can talk right here.
I thought you told me I couldn't videotape past the counter.
You can.
Well, then you need to come out here so I can videotape you.
Well, what can I help you with?
Well, first of all, there's this interesting article in the paper today about more patients, fewer options, and of course the police commissioners expounded about how much they care about psychological help. And of course the fact that I've come here and requested, a meeting with the commissioners and still haven't gotten it. Et cetera, which leads me to point out that, of course, this is all propaganda. Now, another problem I have is I need for you to walk me to room 500 down here because I was told that there's no public area there. So you told me there was, I was told there's not.
No.
I don't want there to create a problem.
I think you have some confusion here. When I told you about the public area about this office, room 505, this is the public area that you're in now. Now, what they consider their public area down there, I don't know.
Well, let's go find out because I need to get the assistance from Kelly Kruger, which still has not happened. I know you're surprised to hear that, and especially considering Kelly Kruger is the psychiatric liaison unit for the police department. Isn't that rather queer? And it's been months now and no follow-up. But you know what? It's been the same thing with the commissioners, and I have the paperwork to prove that. The rigged methodology. And it's really interesting in this article, Thomas Mazzuzo goes on and on about how the system is failing and everything else, and yet I can't get a meeting with him to show him the videos to point out the rigged methodology.
Well,
it's very queer, Mr. Monroe.
Again, Mr. Garza, I gave you three options to connect with the commissioners. Actually, and I've invited you to the commission meetings that we have. Those are public forums. And you have a 3-minute comment session where you can come and talk about what
I know the rigged procedure that you've thrown me down the dead end. That's why I requested the email so that I could contact them, so I could request the meeting. And I did it in hard copy like was one of the options that you gave me. So thank you, Mr. Monroe, for your delightful spin. The results are still the same. Unproductive, no results, nada, zip, yet the illusion continues. So that's really kind of you. However, it's unacceptable, unprofessional, unethical, and immoral. Now, what do I need to do to see Kelly Kruger if I can't get into the room and ask for her?
Well, I think you can go into, are you talking about room 500?
That's correct. They told me that I couldn't even walk into the doorway here, when you told me that the front area was public. So, I've got a contradiction, and I'd like for it to be straightened out, if that's even humanly possible.
My suggestion, sir, is that you go to room 500 and ask to speak to a supervisor.
I can't get in the room if they're telling me that, it's not a public area.
Then there's nothing I can do. I don't control their office.
Oh, and so there's no standard procedures or anything in this wonderful, modern 2013 world, especially with the police when law is supposed to have procedures. I'm videotaping down, sir. Especially when law and medicine and legal and science is all supposed to have protocols and procedures. You're telling me there's none.
No,
Isn't that wonderful? Well, it certainly seems that way if you can't even help me, and I'm asking for a reasonable request here. You can't walk me down halfway down the hallway and check so that, I'm not doing something wrong by videotaping in the public area. You can't walk me halfway down the hallway to see, where Kelly Kruger is so that I can continue to videotape the farce of no follow-up. I mean, you just don't want to play the game anymore?
Would you like an answer, or would you like to continue to talk?
Oh, I'd love the spin, please.
Okay. So, I can only tell you what we do and how we conduct this office. I can't tell you what room 500, what rules they have for public areas and non-public areas. The only way you're going to find that out is to go there.
And you don't think that explanation that you're giving me isn't a little short-sighted considering this is the police commission and you don't know what rules and procedures they have? You don't find that terribly queer or awkward?
I don't.
So the police commission doesn't know the rules and procedures of the police department.
Sure we do.
Well, you just told me you didn't.
I didn't tell you
Yes, you did. You said you didn't know what their procedures and rules might be.
For
It's
their
on.
office.
That's correct. So you don't know as the police commission, which is what I stated. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a pleasant
Oh,
afternoon.
trust me, I will continue to show the failures. I will continue to be back. And to show, like I said, the propaganda, you know, the more patient, fewer options. And then when I come in here to show exactly how it's rigged to fail, no recourse. It's a beautiful, wonderful, corrupt system. Thank you for allowing me to continue to expose it. Have a nice day. Enjoy your paycheck, your retirement. Oh, and possibly the next victim you move on to. Thank you. I will knock on the door over there at room 500. And if there's any hassle, well, you know, I'll just get walked out like I always do since the procedure is set to fail.
Good luck with that.
I don't need luck. I need for the law to work.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will continue. I'll see you later. All right. So now I'm going to room 500.